Hello everyone, this is Fanta. Let's do a test. Left, right, left, right. Okay. Let's do another test here. But yeah, this is my work. Most current stuff. All stuff you guys have seen, kind of. We're not going to go too down into there. 4x6, that's my usual go-to. We're going to do that. Use a black background because I said my eyes are sensitive. I can't draw in white canvases anymore. That shit sucks. Again, I'm gonna just do a sync test real quick. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think that's enough. Okay. I need to draw something a little bit different today. And we're still recording. Sorry, it's my first time doing this, so I'm not too sure what's going on. Yeah, it's that stupid fucking glitch. But yeah, let's just go into it. I want to draw something new. Not new, there's just... I want Van to start speaking for me now. Granted, Van has been out of the picture. The real Van has been out of the picture for like 2 months, 3 months. I don't even know anymore. We'd been together for like 5 years. We finally decided to split. Just see new people. Van already found someone new. I found Clad. But Clad's dumbass fucking ghosted me. So like, now I have this character. I'm just like, well, shit. Like, this was originally based on somebody. And now they're fucking gone. So like, I had to write the character based on myself, which is essentially who Clad is myself. Clad is kind of like the clueless idiot of Vanta. He comes from Mars, and despite Mars being technologically superior to Moon and Earth, he's a fucking idiot. Like, he doesn't know how the universe works, because Mars is very, totalitarian, I guess. They want to maintain control of the universe. That being said, they don't let their technology or their people leak out of Mars. So, how the hell is Clad, being both a piece of Martian technology and a person from Mars, living on the moon with Van? That's for you guys to figure out. But right now I'm just doing like little warm-up sketches. What do you guys want to know though? Eventually I do want to draw a piece with Van and Clad again. It's been a while. I don't really draw them together all too often. I don't think I've ever drawn them together actually and shown you guys. So let's try that. The problem is it's just drawing the human body. I've been doing it forever. Vanta gets really bored of doing the same shit over and over again. It's why he can't really not hold down a job, but it's why he's constantly changing jobs, because it's like, my guy, we've been doing this for 2 years, nothing's changed. I'm out of here. Which is good. Which is a good thing if you are a young professional. That's one of the best things you can do, is just keep moving around, because you're just going to keep fucking up, like, upwards, if that makes sense. You're going to keep getting yourself in better positions, because you... do I really want to give you guys professional advice? This is a fucking hentai channel. But yeah, it's the same with drawing. Whoa, that's actually really nice. Sometimes just cool shit like this happens. I don't really plan. Like, I really like the dip in her hips. That's something I started to notice how to draw. I know girls obsess over it and shit, but it's like, I never understood how that worked. The hips, like the skeletal structure right here. Like, if we try to draw, like, I don't know, the fucking anatomy of... the skeleton anatomy of a human body, like, you got the spine here, the fucking shoulder blades. Stuff I'm still trying to figure out. The rib cage here is pretty important, right? Wow, that's actually looking really cool. I might just hold on to the skeleton in here. Alright, Van. I'm assuming this is Van because it's a female figure. Clad, though, is... That's a good question. Do I want to keep Clad a mystery? No, it's not a mystery. You guys seen what he's packing. Clad's a male. But... Is he a man? No, he's a fucking android. Androids aren't men. Remember, he's it. They are androgynous. They're like this fucking... It's a euphemism. It's a euphemism for what the fuck is going on in modern day with the whole transgenderism thing. Am I speaking bad about those people? Absolutely not. Vanta's dated plenty of you wonderful people. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just presenting a perspective, if anything. What kind of perspective? I really don't know. Vanta's always been... Again, Vanta's a character. He's not a real person. The person speaking to you now is just a character. Doesn't actually reflect the real thoughts and feelings of Anta, which is like the real person. But, what the fuck? Oh, yeah, Vanta, he's steadfast in his sexuality, right? He's never had to question it. It's always been A or B for him, right? But as he moves to... now that I'm dating younger people, and it's not that I'm choosing to date younger people, the thing is, as you get older, listener, and if you're young, if you're like 20, 19, very young, like you're still a child, essentially, you're gonna realize, as you age, the people you date get younger and younger, at least through the perspective of a male. It seems like, the more you do with your life, the more wealth you accumulate, the more whatever, assets, just confidence, the more people you attract. So now I'm just attracting people... What the fuck am I trying to get with this, Vanta? I'm just saying I'm starting to date new people, it's all. People that think differently, the trans thing wasn't really a thing when I was going through high school. It barely became one thing, and it's really fucked up. Precious listener. I just found out about this very recently, too. Turns out Van's fucking trans. That one threw me for a fucking loop. TBH. So who's Van? As you hear fucking Moonanese in the background. Van... Fuck, do I want to ruin it for you guys? I don't think it's going to be ruining, but Van isn't my girlfriend. Let me make that very clear. Van isn't my girlfriend. Van is just... Could be my girlfriend, but Clad ultimately is the significant other. What does that mean? It's because Vanta, again, he wrote these characters. Van and Clad and Vanta. Yeah, sure, Vanta is like the mouthpiece for the real person. But Vanta, the character, again, he's the one drawing these things. He's the one drawing these characters. So it's a weird relationship between Anta and Vanta. But the thing is, Vanta also kind of identifies with the characters that he draws. Van is very much him in some weird cosmic way. You're gonna discover it in the comic. This is kind of the tricky thing about drawing and trying to explain things without spoiling shit. You can't. But yeah, I don't know. We're just kind of rambling. What the hell is it? Oh yeah, I was talking about the real Van. The real Van. We dated when we were very young. And by the way, there's different iterations of the real Van. In fact, the very first bitch I fucked. We went. This was a very long time ago. I fucking forgot. This is how long back it was. Yes, the very first van. Her name's Vanessa. She made herself known recently. I was just kind of like bumbling on my fucking Instagram, whatever. I was like, alright, just post some cool shit. And some girl blows up my shit, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, what? Okay, like, I see we have a couple mutuals, but I don't recognize who the fuck you are. And then she hit me up. She's like, Vanta. Oh, Vanta, I still draw because of you. Remember what you wrote in my fucking, like, yearbook? And I was like, I don't know. Something vague or something vague or stupid like that. And she's like, oh, thank you for the fun times. Signed, Vanta. And I was like, oh, that's cool, Cat. And she's like, nuh-uh. I don't go by Cat anymore, like our fake camp names. She's like, my real name's Vanessa. And I was like, whoa. Vanessa, as in like as in Van, the space cadet. And she's like, what the fuck are you on, Vanta? And yeah, that's when I recently discovered, I'm like, oh, Van was her real name, the first girl I fucked. That is crazy. Totally forgot about this girl. We were like 14. But no, the other one, I dated some other chick in high school. Very smart girl. But also very fucking stupid. Her and some other girl is where Van gets her spiciness from. Her spiciness as in like her toxicity. If you notice how the very few things I've shared about how Van speaks in the comic, she's very vulgar, she's very angry, just quick to jump to conclusions. That's because that's how those women that I dated when I was really young, how they acted. I understood now. They were still developing, and when you're developing, you have all kinds of fucking hormones just shooting in your brain and in your body. You're just fucking agitated all the time. I didn't recognize that because, again, Vanta's a male. Males are relatively stable, despite that not really being the case for my upbringing. But yeah, I didn't understand that I got hurt by these girls. I created Van kind of in some weird way of coping, and now it's like, well, I got this character that people love, and I want to continue writing cool shit for these people because they supported me the entire way. So I made Van into like an actual character. I started writing for her, give her a voice. 13 minutes, huh? We do. What do we have? We have like weird skeleton girl grabbing the face of some cartoony looking character. What do you guys want to know, though? Oh, yeah. Let me just finish that thought. We disconnected. Van and I, a lot of the Vans in my life, there's not just one, remember. I have a thing of just disconnecting from people, but these Vans, they decided to disconnect from Vanta, because Vanta was a very dangerous person back then. They didn't want to be a part of that. I don't blame them. They did the right thing. But every now and then they get curious and they peek their fucking heads. And then, again, it's like, why'd you do that, bitch? I literally just forgot about you. I forgot about you, and your life just became simpler. Now you want that danger back again, you know? And yeah, sorry if you are disoriented by this thing here. This is how I check to see, like, it's... Like, I'll do the drawing here, just, you know, like that. Just to give myself that room to, like, do those strokes, whatever. And then I'll zoom out and be like, it doesn't look good. Let me get rid of that, you know? So that's why I do that. Whatever, I'm over the fucking van thing. Let's talk about other things, right? Let's talk about how I draw, because obviously you guys are like, what, 15 minutes in, and you saw me just draw like 2 random things, and it's like, alright, on to the next thing, you know? But no, I'm trying to get to this idea I have. Actually, let's try drawing in green this time. See if this helps. This is a fucking cool ass color. I just discovered it works well with this blue background recently. And these are like Vanta's favorite things to do. It's just little, I'm not sure what these are. Little croissants. I live for this stuff. Just like, if I can make a style, or yeah, just a style where people will love it, where I just do this everywhere. Which there are, I've met artists, successful commercial artists. They do like just simple patterns like this, but they make them into like intricate designs, of course. But yeah, that's what I love doing. Not sure why, it's just kind of like, I don't know. It's like energy, I don't know how to explain it. You can change up the direction. Like if we want to go the opposite direction, let's do that. Or if you want to just do both directions, we're going to do up and then down. It's all up to what you want to do, right? How you're feeling. But wow, that looks cool as hell. Let's give them eyes, right? Give me blue. Dark blue. Yeah. Let's give them little eyeballs. Now they kind of look like, I don't know, worms or something. Let's give them another eye for the pupil. But no, I do want to get to this piece. I want Van to start speaking for Van to know. For the cause, right? You know, how is she gonna do that? Again, this is how I draw bodies. I see people that do this, they do like the tiny little scribbles to get whatever. Vanta just goes this way. Let me show you. He zooms out and he's like, alright, fucking torso, waist / butt, head, which obviously now I'm off the page. Good job, Vanta. Head, shoulders. Let's draw like the butt crack here. And there you go, legs. That's all Vanta draws bodies. Of course, you can draw the arms as well. But yeah, this stuff is just so boring, dude. This is not like... Maybe it's just because I've been drawing the same girl for like fucking 5-6 years, but like... I don't know, it's boring, man. It's really fucking boring. But that's what you guys like. You guys like when girls do this shit right here. Let me see. Here. The problem... Oh, yeah. I can actually... I was scared of turning the canvas around because, again, I don't want to fuck with the orientation for you guys. That makes it difficult on my part to edit. But no, I forgot. This all sticks to one orientation. So yeah, I don't know. Like, this is... I know what I want to do. I'm gonna tell... fuck it. Let me just write it out here. This is how Vanta draws, right? Van... sitting on Clad, holding Mike. That's it. Very simple. So let's draw it. So why is that? Because we want her speaking. Or sorry, I want her not Clad, but like Vanta. I want you guys to kind of enjoy her. It's always been Vanta, and guess what? Vanta isn't really an attractive male. not that, but you guys would have a lot more fun interacting with a fake character, a fictional character, as opposed to Vanta, because I feel like you guys think Vanta's a real person too. And I'm not a real person. Yes, there is a real voice behind him, like an actor, but Vanta's a caricature of, like, the creator, of the artist. He's not actually me. He doesn't represent my ego or anything. It's just a fucking character. You guys can talk shit to him all you want. That's been his entire experience here on the internet. It's just dealing with nasty people. It seems, I would say, the majority of people on the internet are fucking nasty. At least when you hang out in public forums. So yeah, I can take a beating, I can take whatever. It's not what I'm into when people say nasty things to me or share that, whatever. I just tune it out, honestly. I only respond to positivity most days. But I feel like if I introduced this character, Van, because it's happened in the past, in the very beginning, when you guys thought, not you guys, but when the community thought that Van was drawn by a female artist, I had a really interesting experience with you guys. I had all kinds of dick pics being sent to me, people sending me money for no reason, fucking all kinds of shit. And it wasn't intentional, I was just kind of like, alright, like, commission open, guys, like, let me get this experience. I've never had experience with commissions. And people just kept chatting me up, and I was like, do I want to let them know that I'm a fucking dude yet? Like, and eventually, yeah, Vanta got tired of the fucking harassment and such. And it's not that I was being harassed because you guys didn't actually, not you guys, but like, look, Vanta's a fucking creep. He knows how to, like, actually fucking creep on people. So when people were trying to, like, threaten me with all kinds of, like, creepy shit, I was like, my guy, you're doing it wrong. You just doxed yourself. Like, have a good one. Like, whatever. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm not worried. But, yeah, I just got tired of that, man. Just, like, because when you see that, when you're just exposed to that non-stop, that's all you see in people is just the perversions, the creepiness. And that's why a lot of girls, they kind of get into the mindset of, like, you know, all men are trash, because that's all they see is just fucking horny men harassing them all day. So that's all they understand about men. I don't blame them for seeing things that way, but that's not how it is. So that's why Vanta came out with his true gender, I guess, because it's like, dude, I'm just here to have fun, tell stories, and, like, make friends is all. Make real friends. I've been very grateful to have the friends that I do through ABDL and, like, this art. Been very blessed. But yeah, that's filtered out a lot of those fucking weirdos. And now that those people are kind of gone, I've noticed they're, like, not following anymore, because it's like, well, this guy is not a chick, I'm not sexually interested. I don't know, now that they're gone, it's like I can now just enjoy the art that I want to make. I don't know, I really don't know what it is, but now that we've established Vanta's a man, Van sometimes is a real female. Sometimes she's a real person, but not currently. She never was intended to be a real person. She's just an extension of Vanta's stories. I don't know, it's just a mouthpiece for Vanta. What do you guys want to know about the comic, though? I don't fucking know, man. The problem is when you want to draw in a hentai way, which Vanta does not want to right now. I don't want to. When you want to draw in that clean hentai way, you have to obey kind of like the laws of volume and form and all that. You have to practice good You just have to have good techniques. It's challenging. It's fun, but right now, Vanta just, I don't know, dude. I just can't. Like, this is a very simple pose that I want to do. It's literally this. Just head, here's her. She's sitting down, right? Maybe she's looking over here. And then she's holding the mic up to her fucking thing. Her mouth. Easy, right? Like, bam, all I gotta do is just draw it over a few times to clean up the lines and fucking details and whatever. I'm done. But, like, that's it. There's no discovery. There's nothing here. There's nothing to meditate on. It's literally just make it look as pretty as possible. Vanta, unfortunately, doesn't really care. He's a fucking guy. This is why I think a lot of female artists do really well. No, that's total bullshit, my guy. Most of the fucking hentai artists you met out in public are fucking men. But, like, I don't know. I just noticed the girls that the artists that I adore, they're female. At least they present themselves as female. And, like, you notice a certain quality about it. This is something that I don't think is inherent in men, unfortunately. For me, it's very draining and taxing to think this way. Like, to get obsessed about the details and, like, pretend like, you know, the girl is me, and then, like, you know, just adorn her with all kinds of, like, jewelry or just details to make her look pretty. Like, that isn't me. For me, it's more like, oh, how do I want to explain this? I just want to get lost in the process is all. I want to discover new things every single stroke. When you draw like a maniac, you discover new things every single time. Right now I'm kind of seeing it, right? Like, this is another issue too. This is one of the biggest things I struggle with when it comes to art. Fucking just knowing how not to block certain things, because when you have arms or legs or certain things, when you draw them, naturally they're going to block other things. Depending on the pose, you're going to block, you know, the thigh, you're going to block the important information, the stuff that people click on your shit to jerk off to. And it's like, like, I need to draw that stuff, like the fucking crotch and all that shit. Like, the hentai piece isn't worth much if it doesn't have any of that in it, because, like, then no one's gonna click on it to jerk off to it, and there you go, it doesn't move. Wow, but I do like, as much as I'm, like, resisting this drawing, it's like, oh wow, like, it looks kind of pretty, like, let's see, but the problem is, again, her hand's not pointed in quite the spot that I need it to, so I'd have to bring it up here, which is gonna make her hand look all wonky. Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. And then she's gonna say something stupid like, "This is Van taking over the mic." Oh, fucking glitch. Vanta's speaking privileges have been denied. This is Van taking over the mic. Vanta's speaking privileges have been denied. And then we're gonna have Vanta just like right here. We're gonna draw him blue, because why not? He's like, yo, what the hell, man? Why you doing this? Let's actually keep his anatomy like somewhat grounded in reality. Yo. Okay, I'm a little bit lost. Alright, fuck it. Oh, you know what? Oh yeah, this is Vanta. I recently discovered how to draw Clad. Because Clad... Don't want to get into this. Clad is Jewish. They are Jewish, Irish, I think. Which means she has a very different, they have a very different face structure, body structure than Vanta or Van. Because, you know, all the Vans I've dated, they've all been Hispanic. They've all been Mexican, Guatemalan, you know, they're all from that general region, so we all kind of share certain qualities. We don't look exactly the same, but, yeah, just compared to other nationalities, races, whatever you want to call it, like, we can pass off as fucking, like, twins, essentially. Now I'm a little confused again. But yeah, I found out how to draw Clad because Clad has a very distinct face, different from what I'm used to seeing. And, yeah, I found out recently, like, oh, Clad's got, like, a ball head. They got the shape of a ball. Same with Van. Van has the shape of a ball head sometimes, but, like, she also has, like, the lower kind of... I don't know, the lower face is totally different from, like, how it looks on Van and Vanta. It's rounder as opposed to tapered. Like, let me try to draw it here. So if you got, like, the cranium, right? Like, the ball where your brain sits in. Whoops. And then you got, like, the chin, right? The chin does this, just depending on if you're male. You know, assuming this is, like, where your eyes are at. Ears. Whatever, you get it. But, like, with Clad, you get rid of this. It's not even that. It's just ball. It's like that. Which is weird. I always reserve that for the female characters, but it's like... it works really well with Clad. Like, I'm convinced Clad's a fucking Jewish android. Or android designed to look Jewish. Yeah, that shit was adorable. Apparently, Clad just drinks milk and honey, which is like something I've only read in the Bible. I'm like, oh, that's something your peoples does. I thought that was just like a Bible thing. Interesting. Yeah. You see, now the challenge is trying to get these two characters to match up. As you can tell, she's got a very elegant face going on, but it's like, well, now I have to do the same thing for fucking Vanta, which I need to think Vanta, like how, I gotta think of my face. What is my face? But the thing is, like, I see, like, this stuff is, like, boring as hell. It's like, I'm just trying to solve a problem for a very simple solution. It's like, I'm not trying to solve problems when I draw. I'm just trying to enjoy the process. This isn't a part of the process I enjoy. Oh, there you go. Haha. We're kind of getting there, but we gotta make his face bigger, because foreshortening, right? No, we can't, though. We can't make him too much bigger. Ugh, so lame, man. Because we gotta do this, and then Vanta's hair. Actually, Vanta does his hair a little bit differently now. He used to have it like Van, like all messy into the side. And he still kind of does the thing with the front, but now it's goes to the back. Problem is that I'm not used to drawing this way. I'm so used to drawing Van's hair, it's just kind of like, it's jarring to like draw something different. Clad's easy, it's symmetrical. Clad's got like the BTS haircut. Because Van loves BTS. See, I can't give him a baby face either because he's, again, a male. He's more masculine than fucking Van. And does Anta, you know, like the voice behind Vanta and Van, is he androgynous? No, I'm a fucking Catholic. As normal gets. I'm a fucking straight dude that's into weird shit is all. Am I trans? Absolutely not. Do I respect trans people? Absolutely. Again, I've dated you guys. Clad, Van, they've all been trans at some point. I've always respected that about them. Why does that matter? Why does what Vanta's into, what he's into, does that matter? To you, it shouldn't matter, really. What I care about shouldn't matter. Just be into your own shit. Just don't let people tell you what to believe is all. That's all I tell people if they want advice from Vanta, which you shouldn't be asking advice from me anyways. I'm a fucking freak. It's just that. Don't let anyone tell you what to believe in, what's true. You will always have that agency to decide for yourself what is real, what's important to you, all that jazz. Yeah, this is not going so hot, but it's alright. And is Vanta out in space today? Absolutely not. I am so fucking fried from yesterday. Yesterday was just non-stop. I don't know why. It just happens. I'm not an addict. I'm just fucking going through shit, I guess. I don't fucking know. Not even that. Ew. I don't like shape of his face is fucking grossing me out. My hair doesn't look like that. I gotta fucking undo it. Whatever, man. Fucking. At least that's kind of accurate. I've got sideburns now. Do I like drawing them though? No. I'm just doing it because, again, I get tired easily of looking at the same shit over and over again. So it's like, alright, let's just try something different, Vanta. Let's try try growing your facial hair, and it turns out, my God, you got a lot of it. Actually, no, I'm a pretty hairless person. Unfortunately, it's not easy for me to grow, like, hair. Which is alright. God, this thing's just getting worse and worse and worse. Okay, we're kind of getting there. This is Van taking over the mic. Vanta's speaking privileges have been denied. And then we're gonna have him just kind of like, oof. Like, being sat upon. Because Van loves sitting on Vanta for some reason. I don't fucking know why. But yeah, if it feels like I've been speaking about my girlfriends in disdain, and that is not the case. I love every single one of them, even the ones that ended horribly. Again, we were young adults, still developing, still trying to understand ourselves. At least them. Vanta's always had a grasp of who he was, to be honest. Since like day one, since I opened my fucking eyes when I was like, I don't know, my earliest memory was maybe like 4 or 5 years old. Ever since Vanta opened his eyes, he's like, oh, fuck this world, man. It's so boring, predictable, but I know who I am, what I must do. Which is enjoy this fucking existence. That was me at fucking 4 or 5 years old. But then there's some girls that just don't know. They're just literally told their entire lives how to feel, what to think, how to plan for their lives, just everything. Everything's oriented around something else, as opposed to how they truly feel. And this is how bitches end up cutting off their fucking titties and shit, because they just kept being told how to feel that they don't know how to feel. So they have these quote-unquote professionals tell them, well, you know what I think is best for you if we just cut off your fucking vital organs. That'll fix everything. Oh, you're perfectly healthy. Physically, you're perfectly healthy. But, like, them titties gotta go. No, it's misfortunate. Actually, Vanta, again, he's speaking from a place of bullshit. He's never been to the doctors. You think, how is that? No, I can get my physicals and such. But when it comes to, like, any actual issues, I don't go to the doctors. I try to fix it myself. And most of the time, shit fixes itself on its own. You're thinking, what about mental health services, Vanta? Not everyone's equipped to understand, handle depression. It's like, my God, depression's been a thing since forever. You don't think we know how to cure it by now? This is no new disease. It is not. It is not a new disease, I promise you. Yes, it's happening more and more often now because people just don't have purpose in life anymore. But this is not a new disease. We've had the cure for this hundreds of thousands of years ago, all throughout time. We used to call them demons. We used to I don't fucking care. No reason for me to go to the doctors to tell me take these experimental medication, Vanta. It's gonna help you, and it turns out it makes me into a fucking freak. Might end up having me oot up a school, if you know what I mean. That is psychotic talk. Do I condone any of that shit? Absolutely not. Don't. If you are going through shit, yes, talk to a professional, but ultimately understand you as a human, you have the brain, you have the intelligence to solve this yourself. Don't let these fucking freaks tell you otherwise. Promise you that. Let me tell you about Vanta's got a vision disorder, right? I've kind of alluded to it in a previous post. Guess what? This vision disorder is somewhat uncommon, but it started, in the past 5 years that I became aware of it. All of a sudden, doctors are like, you know what? Actually, a lot more people have this. This is not a disorder. In fact, we've been treating this thing like it's a fucking problem. All we've done was make patients worse. Why is that? Because we don't know what the fuck we're doing as doctors. We just have made up words that we say sometimes that kind of help us contextualize what's going on with you, but ultimately we're just guessing. And yeah, that was the conclusion with the vision disorder that I have. It's like, we're just guessing. This experimental treatment is just that, experiments. We don't know what the long-term effects are. I wish they had communicated that to me when I was fucking 16 or 17. I don't know how old I was when they're fucking slicing my eyes open. That shit was... Yeah, I'm fucking solid, man. They don't put anesthesia. I mean, they put anesthesia. See, it doesn't hurt, but you're still looking at your eye getting fucking sliced open. They don't put you to sleep. You're staring at that. So yeah, that shit was traumatizing. Fucking doctor showed up late too, so the anesthesia wore off, and he just went straight to town. I was like, yo, no, this hurts. And he's like, what do you mean? And then I was like, bro, it hurts. And he stuck me again. He's like, oh, yeah. My bad. Here's more anesthesia. We're almost there. 15 minutes. And we got somewhere. We got somewhere indeed. This isn't that bad. Of course, if I cared, if I wanted to make this look pretty, if I wanted to compete with what's out there on Twitter, the hentai circle, I would do the ink, I would clean up the anatomy, but it's like, why? I've done that in the past. It's nothing impressive to me. I've been seeing this all my life. I've been following hentai artists forever. I know what makes good line work, what makes that. That isn't what I'm here for. I'm here just to tell a story. Do something different is all. That's all it is. And I do enjoy that. That's not something I've decided. That's something you guys have decided. My followers, my listeners, whatever you want to call yourselves. My vans, right? You guys, every time I've thanked you guys when you guys spam the shit out of my, start liking my stuff or whatever. I generally reach out to you guys and I'm just like, thanks. Thanks, I appreciate it, man. Whatever, keep enjoying my art. I like your likes, whatever. And a lot of times you guys just go on about, how you feel about my art. They're like, dude, I love your shit. It's different from everything else. And it's like, thanks. That's my intent here. My intent here is to show you guys something different, because guess what? I've been in the scene since I could remember. Not been in it, but I've been watching this scene. I haven't started participating in it till, I became maybe 20, I don't remember. But I've been in it for a large chunk of my life. And you see the same thing over and over again. You see a really cute, hot girl, gets all the followers, right? Gets all the attention. But it's always the weird ones. It's always the ones you don't expect that blow the fuck up. I'm not gonna say any names, but you guys know who I'm talking about. There's all kinds of examples throughout history in the ABDL scene. It's not just Pissy Missy or Ella Rain. There's been other girls in the past. They still exist. Those girls still exist. They're just not in the scene anymore. Because they get tired, they move on to the next thing. I don't know why I stick to ABDL, to be honest. I've got other interests. But I don't know, I think it's because this is where everything started. My first crush was one of these diaper girls. This is back before, the whole minor thing was super frowned upon. Remember, Vant has been in this for a very long time. I think the earliest I've been on fucking Tumblr was 12, 13 years old. Fucking 14 years old, maybe. And I found a girl that was my age. I'm not trying to incriminate myself or anything, but I found a girl my age, and I just lurked. I was like, she's cute. She keeps posting cute shit. And then when we turned 20, maybe 21, I finally reached out to her. I made a really cute drawing of her. I was like, look, I've known you or not known you, I've been following you forever. Here's a little appreciation drawing or something. I don't fucking know what I said. And she fucking adored it, and she liked me, or she followed me back. And I was like, whoa. My guy, you're just a stranger on the internet drawing weird shit, and you got the hottest bitch in the world to follow you back and like your stuff and reciprocate. What does this mean? And that's how Vanta became a thing. That's how Vanta slowly evolved into what he is now. Because it's like, I want more of this. I want more of these connections. I want to connect to even, just connect to the people that love my shit. I never would have anticipated this cute girl would have enjoyed my work. But as she told Vanta, she's like, I like your stuff. Or sorry, I like when you draw me because it makes me feel pretty. And I was like, oh, that's... I don't know, that was cool as hell. That was understanding that I, through my observations, through my techniques, through my, time drawing, I'm able to make people feel things, feel pretty. That is such a precious thing. So I think that's why Vanta continues to draw for ABDL people. It's because of that. Because they were the ones to show them these precious things about art. That it's not just about drawing things that look cool, that are going to make you feel cool. It's about how it makes you feel at an individual level. And that's why I continue to draw these odd things. It's like, if you're able to feel something out of these weird things that I'm drawing, odds are I'm doing something right. If I'm drawing something that's unintelligible, you don't know what the hell's going on, but you can say, it makes me feel this way. It's like, well, shit, like, I'm onto something, like, I spent time on these things. I'm developing something, I'm not even too sure what it does. I'm like shooting in the dark, essentially. How do you draw this fucking thing, man? Because I can give her, like, a super poofy one. But, like, why? Why? And, if you're new to art, let Vanta make this known. Don't limit yourself to anything. Yes, it's cool to be able to draw traditional, and I encourage that you learn to draw traditional. Because guess what? Humans have been learning to draw traditional far longer than we have digital. There's a lot you can learn really fast. Either way, doesn't matter how you learn. But what I'm trying to say is, don't limit yourself. Don't think that it has to be all traditional, or you can't mix traditional with digital. It's all art. Digital is simply the new medium, is all. This is a new canvas. All these new ways or these traditional ways of painting, those are still relatively new inventions in the grand scheme of humanity. Digital too. Digital is just another new invention. Don't think, oh, you're not a real artist if you're drawing traditional. You still need a vision. You still need to know how to implement techniques, how form works, how lines work. You need a good hand. You need a style. So again, don't limit yourself, is all. Vanta used to think that way as a kid. He used to think, well, you're not a real artist if you're just bouncing between traditional and digital. You are using digital as a crutch, Vanta, and it turns out, I went back to draw traditional for the first time in a very long time. It turns out, oh shit, my guy, all that time learning techniques in digital, stuff you never would traditional, it made you into a better traditional artist. These things are like linked, they're not independently exclusive. So yeah, that's my advice to anyone new to drawing. Don't get stuck in your head that like, oh, you need to be a traditional artist first and then digital. You're going to learn techniques from either side. There's a lot more things I learned digital. Let me put it this way. I learned all the important things via traditional through ink. But a lot of these new things that I'm learning, they come from traditional. I mean, from digital art. Like, just my time doing commissions for people, trying new things, learning how to draw faster, and what is this thing called again? Digital. Alright. Let's just fucking just want to fucking finish this already. Come on, Van, we're almost done. Alright, I think all I gotta do now is just this stupid thing here. We're gonna cheat a little bit. We're gonna use a fucking opacity tool. And this is not cheating. I promise you, this is not cheating. You can achieve the same thing with graphic markers traditionally. This ain't cheating, my friend. To think, oh, Banta, you didn't earn that. Shut the fuck up. Oh, do I want to draw in her shoulder blades? That shit's pretty hot, right? Let me just do this right here. It's alright. It's alright. Not necessary, but we do need to add this part here. Just get rid of this. We gotta do another one, but slightly less. So what am I doing? We're gonna do this. Oh, you stupid idiot. You fucking did it in the wrong layer. That used to be like a really bad mistake I used to do. I think everyone does it when they're new to art. They're so stuck up about like layers and such, like putting a lot of work in layers. And it's just a part of learning how to use traditional. But you end up realizing, oh, I've been drawing on this layer for 20 minutes and it's been like a completely different layer. Now I fucked up the whole thing. You know, that's 20 minutes of work. I really don't look like how this... Yeah. It doesn't really look like she's wearing a thing, you know what I mean? Yeah. I really don't fucking know. Oh, wrong one. Yeah, I'm fucking stressing out over nothing because Vanta's got work he owes people. Not work. Just work is requiring things from me that I can't provide. I'm not being compensated, so like why go the extra mile, you know? But at the same time, you are disappointing people by doing that. But at the same time, I'm not being compensated. So like, what do you expect from me, you know? That's one thing if you're new, dear listener. If you're new to the professional world, don't sell yourself short. Doesn't matter what kind of job you have, what kind of profession, never sell yourself short. Always understand, for all the work you do, you must be compensated. Because they will take advantage the moment you relinquish that right to compensation. They're going to take advantage of you. Why am I giving you guys professional advice? Oh yeah, that's right, because Vanta's a fucking professional. He don't act like one, but he is one. I'm a fucking fraud, professional fraudster. That'd be hilarious as fuck. She's looking a little bit pretty, right? Oh, light too. Let me give you this advice, friend. If you are new to art, right? It's always good to challenge yourself. You heard me in the beginning. I was like, I don't want to fucking do this because it's boring as hell. Back then, when it was new to me, all this stuff was exciting because it was challenging. Challenge yourself. Believe me, you're going to become a much better artist extremely fast if you learn how to challenge yourself. But since I've challenged myself at an early age how to draw this way, it's like, this is boring. Let me draw the cool shit that I want to draw. And it turns out the cool shit that I want to draw attracts the ire of the people I respect, like the art heroes that I looked up to and such. It's like, whoa, these people love this work because it's stuff that they've been wanting to do their entire lives, but the problem is they're professional artists. They have to draw for people that are not professional artists a lot of times. That being said, a lot of non-professional artists don't care for the things that professional artists want to draw. That's a weird conversation to have, but just think about it this way. Let's say you're a professional chef, right? You're constantly cooking like 5-star meals all the time. When you're a new chef, right? You're going to be enjoying these meals. You're like, wow, this is amazing. I get to make these crazy creative things. But eventually throughout time, you're just going to move on to different things. You might stop cooking 5-star meals and start looking into weird like caveman fucking meals, trying to make those into 5-star meals or something. Start picking up weird ingredients to make new interesting combinations with new flavors. It's no longer about making the 5-star meal, it's about new experiences. And that's a lot. I think that's why a lot of artists that I respect are looking into Vanta's this work. It's like, oh, he's doing something I wish I could be doing right now, but right now I'm catering towards non-artist people. I don't want to say non-artists, but just people that just don't draw every day for several hours a day. So they're not really into what I want to be into. If that makes any sense. Something's a little wonky about this, but whatever. We'll roll with it. We got this. We're gonna make him purple. Purple Rain is I forgot the name. I forgot the lyrics. Purple Rain. Or Purple Haze. Is it Purple Haze or Purple Haze? Think about Jimi Hendrix, not fucking Prince. Never listened to Prince. And he's looking a little creepy. It's alright, it's part of the process. He's looking super creepy. Alright. Yeah, looking a little creepy, my guy. Did I make it known to you guys? Vance has been entirely sober this entire draw. Just because I've been so exhausted from the drugs these past few days. Like, my guy, you gotta give your mind a break sometimes. But yeah, this is me taking a break. Albeit for a few hours, but I'm due for like an actual extensive break soon. When you start going to sleep and you wake up still like in a daze, you're like, oh yeah, and I should probably, like, I've been living in fantasy land forever, I need to get out of here. But that's it. I mean, that's pretty much how Vanta draws. Nothing spectacular. I can probably do this right here. Let me see. Let me see. But yeah, this is a quick, like, doodle, right? This is not what I'm going to show people. Because there's nothing here. You can't zoom into like her thing and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna totally just imagine myself in there. Because all you see are just fucking pixels, right? You need the clean artwork. You need the. Let me show you Vanta's pens. You need the ink pen, right? The one for ultra clarity. Let's use white for an example here, friend. Look how clean that line is, and that's pretty big. We can make it smaller. Look at that. Ooh, no more pixels. Fucking. Ultra smooth. Well, it's not ultra smooth. I still have a bit of tooth in the brush that I never figured out how to work out, but that's pretty damn like smooth compared to all this scratchiness here, you know. Maybe I might do that. Let me just fucking. Well, this is just for fun now. I'm not doing this to post it, right? That looks so bad. But yeah, that's just for my sake, because I'll show you here. There's a lot of like shit like this, and you're looking at this, and you're like, what the hell am I looking at, Vanta? Believe it or not, there's a face in here. Do you see it? Let me draw it for you. Let's use this color. There's a mouth here. Oh, that's a bad color. There's a mouth here. Right? A nose. And the eyes. Let me try to figure out where the eyes are at. The eyes are right here. The jawline as well is right here. What's here exactly, I really don't know. But as you can tell, there's a face. It's a very ugly face, but it's just, again, this is a scene that I'm like, that's a cool ass scene. I don't have the time to draw it, but this is the gist of it, you know. So I have a lot of that, and that's what this drawing is here. It's just that. It's the scene. But I'm going to go back, make it pretty. Might move a few things. Oh my god, look at this one. Oh! It's so damn good. This one I called it, trying to remember. Because Vanta's family has dementia, so I'm trying to like use my memory more. Fuck, what's it called? How long will it last? I think that's what it's called. How long will it last? And you got this fucking arrow shooting into this TV. Super cool, right? Then a bee sting. Someone's face. That's actually Calligraphy's face. That's the most recent iteration of Van Calligraphy. But yeah, this is a really cool piece I just made this morning. Sometimes you don't need a few hours, you just need a few minutes to create something really cool like this. But yeah, I'll talk about this later. Thanks you guys for listening. If you guys like this, let me know. I'll make more of it.